I hope everyone had a good Saturday. I hope everyone had a nice day. I mostly just continued. Sorry for the mic. Sorry. I mostly continued the TikTok art I was doing that I started on stream yesterday. Yeah. I mostly continued that. Hi Nan. I got a good chunk of it done, but I still need to finish it. So probably, I don't know if I'll have time to do that after stream. I'll see. I shall see. I did for once I remember my dream and it's not a bad dream, which is like impressive. I dreamt that like it was quite cute. I have been just before I went to sleep. I rewatched a bunch of old Dan and Phil videos because I wanted to rewatch their cooking videos for some reason. I was like, I kind of want to rewatch that one. And then I rewatched like 2 of them, and then I went to sleep just after finishing. And I think that's why. I dreamt that like Dan and Phil were doing another tour, like another live show, and I went to see them, but like I was friends with them. So like before the shows, they went to like say hi and stuff each individually, and then they went back to do the show. The whole thing had like a weird seating arrangement where it was like random numbers. Like it wasn't like following per number. Like you could have any number at any place of seats, and I was like trying to find my seat and I couldn't, so I had to like replace myself a few times because I didn't know where the fuck my seat was. The show happens, it's great. And then after the show, like I hang out a bit, and like Dan and Phil comes to talk to me, and like we're just chatting. But there's also like an interviewer that's there that like works for the theater or something, and she's like asking questions, but she's very like serious and strict energy kind of thing. And she asks questions to the both of them, and I'm just kind of hanging out. And like I'm for some reason re-putting my shoes on and like prepping to like leave because I'm like, oh, you're doing your official stuff. I should go. So I'm just kind of like getting back ready, and then I leave, and I'm like, hey, bye. And then like one of them run after me to ask me like to do a design for a thing for another show that they're going to do. Same show but in another cities they're going to do. So like we need like a text thing for that. Could you do that? And like I try to open my phone to annotate like what I need to do, and like I forget like really quickly, and I'm like fuck because my phone, like my notes app on my phone won't like open for some reason, and I'm just like wait. And then he said that like they're going to go for sushi, and do I know any place like that does sushi that's good around here? And I'm like, I haven't had sushi in forever, so I don't know, I'm so sorry. And then we part ways, and then I wake up. So it was quite a nice dream. It was quite cute. I don't know why I remember that one so vividly, because usually when they're like kind of random like this, I just don't. I only remember like if it's really bad, or I will remember like a little bit after I wake up and then fully forget. I don't really know why that one stayed with me, but I'm kind of happy it stayed because it's quite a nice one. And then yeah, work. Anyways. Going to try to finish Ghost Trick today. Should be able to finish it because we only have 2 chapters left. So I think we'd be able to. Let me do this. This. Let's go. And this can be like that. Okay. Apply and then change this. Dun, 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 dun. It's kind of funny that like they put both the 2010 and 2023 editions of the game on like on Steam to choose from as a category, because it's the same game. It's the exact same game. It's just that one of them has been put on Steam afterwards. Like they did like they didn't change anything from the game. It's the same game, so I don't know why they put that, but that's fine. Okay. We're on chapter. Yeah, we're on chapter 17. There's 18 chapters, so I think we should be fine to finish it tonight. Chapter 17, 5:10 a.m. 10 past 5. The upended submarine continues to sink slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. I kind of want to send this to Juno to be like, Iron Long. Give me a second. Here we go. Up. Up, up. Up. Oh my god, Iron Long reference. But yes, we were in a submarine. And the submarine was going down, so we were going to escape the submarine, and like the girlies, so Lynn and little lady that I forgot the name of, both got extracted by like a big like mechanical thing. And we weren't able to because we were a ghost. So we are going down with the submarine. The submarine part was kind of fun though. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. But at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. Oh yeah, this thing saved them. My head filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Eek! Ooh. Looks like ghost powers. Whoa. Oh, he has a head. They have a head. Whoa. The glasses. I see you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you! Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, true. The other Cecil had lost his body. Didn't he? Because the body went up with Detective Judd and everything. And only the spirit remained. Oh, and you're here. And you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. Yeah, his whole plan... I'm doing recap at the same time. His whole plan of like other Cecil was to... original Cecil, I guess, was to get revenge on everyone that caused his death 10 years ago. And that includes Lynn in his head, because in his head, the reason he got the whole chain of event that happened, even though he's the one that held hostage Lynn and said he was going to shoot her, it was Lynn's issue, because if Lynn hadn't been there, he wouldn't have taken her hostage at the time. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Cecil, look at you, what happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are. That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Cecil. Cecil? My name isn't Cecil. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are and who I am too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind, a memory about to emerge. Also, I got ahead on a lot of VODs today. I'm happy I got 2 published. a third one coming because I had to edit something in it. And I wasn't able to publish it afterwards because Wi-Fi didn't want to. But it's like downloaded and stuff, so I'll just need to upload it. Ugh, once you're a little backed on, like, a little, like, late on the VODs, it's so hard to catch back when you don't have, like, a stable Wi-Fi that's okay with, like, just downloaded VODs. Because I've been, like, this past few weeks, I've been constantly at, like, 4 or 5 VODs behind. And, like, I'm trying to catch up, but I can't. And if I don't do at least one VOD a day, then it's, like, re-going back and stuff. It's so annoying. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. They got us good. It's all over for his submarine. Its engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsic fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your power? Yeah, that meteorite's radiation has 2 effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. The radiation's power effect. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. And I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits a special power, like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects! Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get. It seems these powers change as times go by. They do? Yeah. My powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite, its radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day, 10 years ago. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart and I died. So, of course, I received special powers. Of course. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Aren't the Temsic remnants still right there in that park, at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean... I must have died in the presence of the meteorite radiation too. The radiation's time effect. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of the death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of the meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replace the moment of death. Replace the moment of death? Oh, this is all so strange and confusing, I can't take it all in. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah. Strange and confusing, that just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? Contradictory evidence. Existence. Contradictory existence. That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death. What? My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago. But my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day, my hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, the old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut his guy's body with a scalpel. So I guess as soon as the incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Revenge. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives? As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. That's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know. They had their own reason for cooperating with me. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temzek. Detective Jod was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanella and that junkyard supper, they were stated to be wiped out too. Slated. And as it turns out, I was one of the targets as well. So they stole my Temzek fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, detective. Me? One final target. If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Okay. But I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later and you'd become a detective looking into Jod's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot at the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago. So of course you didn't recognize me. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off and the first shot missed the mark. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Aha, the inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Thamesink meteorite. Because you were looking into the Judd case. They thought you would find out about Thamesink sooner or later. Up. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush this submarine. Oh no! There are no cores that links from here to the water surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and there are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for the submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. Sorry, I keep yelling. So sorry. This must be how you felt all along. Lean. Camilla, is it true we're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry. That's funny. What is it, Sizzle? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Thamesink fragment and escape, if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute. Yes, we do. This will tell us where Detective Judd is. The present from the inspector is in white. That's right. Detective Judd told me to hold it on him. To hold it to it for him. And the bullet is still in the person's body. In the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers, right, Miss Lynn? Right, and oh, wait a minute. What about a torpedo? A torpedo? In any case, it's way too early to give up. It looks like Detective Judd is our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Trick time. Oops. So my dad isn't here on the submarine? Don't worry. We're going to go get him right now. Okay. I hope I didn't hurt Lynn's feelings What I said about my dad saving us if he was here.
Oh, don't worry about that. Comments like this just roll off Miss Lynn's back. She's really thick-skinned.
Ouch.
I'm going to start being tougher too. I want to make my dad proud of me. Miss Camilla.
I'm sure your dad is very proud of you, Camilla. Oh, grapes. Oh, nice. Okay, wait. Let's go talk to Lynn first, because I'm pretty sure that's... Oh. What do we need to do? Am I stuck here? Great. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Well, it looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine was probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed.
It sounds heavenly.
I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little bit off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country. Anyway. It looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. Okay, up. Let's go to the torpedo room. A torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out.
Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room.
Well, I don't know about ram, but we don't want to blow Detective Jode up, so... But something like that. We'll climb up to the torpedo room. 2. Up is definitely safer. Okay, I'll see you there then. It looks like the torpedoes can actually be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube.
When it comes to missiles, you can count on me.
I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. Okay, let's try it. Good luck! Okay, let's go into the torpedo. Switch. No. Oh, because I'm with... This switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken? I don't think the entire device is broken though. It would probably work just fine if only I could move this switch. We just have to find a way to move it somehow. I can't do it with my powers alone. Okay.
What will happen to these 2 ladies?
I think that's up to us and our powers.
What?
This is no time to be standing around, unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile?
Me? Of course I will. Count on it.
Okay, up. Here we go. There we go. What torpedo? That torpedo looks serviceable. Also on this end too. But something's odd. What is? The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thanks. I've already set up the torpedoes course. You'll head towards the command room where Detective Jode is. 12 seconds after launching, you'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile?
I'm sorry I can't go.
What?
I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind.
Missile.
I saw the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Cecil.
I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. Oh. I want you to go, Missile.
What? But Miss Lynn...
You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Cecil, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope.
But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Even I can't understand. I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla? I just know you and Sissy will make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla!
Immediately.
That's a good boy, Missile.
Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch. We're ready. Cecil? Yes? We never find out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight.
Thank you for everything.
And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're going to see each other again. Right, Cecil? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promised, little lady.
Of course we will.
I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here we go. Here goes then. Good luck, friend. Okay, let's go. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Let's go. Detective Judd!
I bet that big mass man did this. I'm going to bite him.
You'd better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Judd.
Up. Sorry for the wait, Detective Judd. Who are you? Are you Cecil? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Judd about everything that happened on the submarine Yanoa. The submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Judd. Are you Yomiel? That's a name. So you remember me, don't you? How could I possibly forget? That's your real name, huh? Yumiel? That's right. But those people on the Yonoa were calling you Sissel? That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Judd? Right. About Yomiel. 10 years ago, you were top systems engineer, weren't you?
System engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multidimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought of for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as an hostage. By the way, Detective Judd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomyo. Real motive for revenge. 10 years ago, my soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear. But I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Arma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. The deal. There's something I don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but... Sorry. What would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth, a new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life or an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. Betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temzek was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this? Not at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temzek meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incident, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's powers. By Inspector Cabanela and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then, they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Is he a fucking armed agent? Don't tell me that old leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Okay, good. That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temzek meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temzek meteorite. So that's it, huh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, hey? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to steal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Judd back to life, of course. What good will that do now?
But we promised! We promised Miss Lin and Miss Kamala we'd save them.
And we can't do that without you, Detective Judd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Rewind time. So, where are we headed?
We are not headed anywhere, Detective.
What?
There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon. That will be your destination, Detective. What are you talking about? What would mean that you're trapped here too?
It is slightly hard to do both of them, one after the other.
By the way, I am not human, Detective.
Rock and roll.
I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective.
What?
Your country's use of technology is just plain off.
I love that everyone is like, your country doesn't do technology right.
We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith
The fact they called him Sith is very funny to me.
likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective.
Blah, blah, blah.
Now it's time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Ah, Camilla, forgive me.
It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big myth masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small.
Possibility.
In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around. Trick time! Okay, where can I go? What can I do? Huh?
Huh?
What is it, Detective?
Look at Yumio's shell.
There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change in this shell give us some kind of lead? I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small it is, that they are afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsek. His body cycled between the moment that separated his life and death.
Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away.
Exactly, so what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see, that means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death?
But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death?
10 years ago! Let's go!
That's simple.
We'll find out. When we get there, let's move! Oh, true. It's either 10 years ago or it's like when the body got the shell removed. We aren't sure. Hopla. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. I know who you are. I remembered like a second ago who Cecil is, and I'm like, oh yeah, true, it's that. Like, I had forgotten this entire time. I was like, huh. And then I was like, oh fuck, yes. The final journey to the truth starts now. Chapter 18, let's go. Yes, I would like to save. Yes, I would like to continue playing, please. Final chapter. When was Yomio's death? It was 10 years ago, when the Temsic meteorite fell. We traveled back through time, and now we're here, at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself.
It's ready.
Hold it!
Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me?
Ick.
Now just calm down and drop that weapon.
Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her.
Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt.
It's so pretty. Oh, that because Lean wanted to eat a hot a sweet potato.
Are you okay? You're right now. Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister.
Oh, she's so cute.
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. So that's a Temzik meteorite, eh?
It's beautiful, looking at it from this angle.
It changed all of our fate completely.
We can't stop Temzik from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life.
I don't know.
What's the matter, Detective Judd?
To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying.
I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started.
Trick time. Okay, up.
Nyeh. Nyeh.
Okay. Do I have anything I can do? But I can be missile. Okay, sweet potato, a nozzle, another nozzle, another nozzle. Okay. And a basket. Now in a basket. Would you like to do a basket? Okay. I think I know what I'm supposed to do first. When she... Yep. It's ready. I think I can probably exchange that for something else. Trick time. Okay. No, is there nothing that looks like it? No, okay. Up. No, fuck. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Up. I can examine. I can turn off the headphones. Let's go.
What are you doing? You're going to hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
You really startled her. You even made her drop a sweet potato.
I know how much this girl loves her food too. Anyway, at least her fate has changed, albeit ever so slightly. Okay. Do I have anything that I can, like... There's this thing up there. Wait, up. Can I move from there? Yes, I can go to the sweet potato. Then let me... You go. Please, thank you. Oh. Oh, I'm just short of being able to go there. Oh. Oh, that's mean. Okay. Let's see. Up, can I do anything? I can rock the basket. I can spray. Okay. Let's see that. There we go. Oh, but I can do that. Are we far? Not. I'm too long. Okay. But if I do this, then...
Oh, look at that sweet potato.
Yep, that's the same shape.
That's a big, scary sweet potato.
That's not sweet potato, Missile. That's Minnow.
Oh, right, of course.
Thank you.
But look at them, the potato and minnow.
Right now, they both have the same shape. So you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, here I go. I'm going to need your help.
My help? Oh, okay, I see. Fuck. I'm too long. I'm too far away. I'm going to need Missile to like change something so I can go there. Fuck.
Please don't do that.
I just thought maybe it would wake her up. Even if you
did wake her up, what good would that do in the moment?
You're the one who needs to wake up, Sissel.
This little doggy says some pretty smart things sometimes. Okay, up. Okay, that does nothing. Okay, I can't do anything for now. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that whole thing I can't do anything through. Okay. Great, thank you. I don't think we can move those two from that spot.
Which means we have to do something that the tempstic fragment instead.
Yeah, I need to swap Minnow so that it like goes into Minnow.
That should be easy with our powers.
I think you're right, Missile. This is gonna be the grand finale. Get that better rewind the clock after the fate change, please. But the issue is, how do I do that? Okay, up. Here I go. Okay, up. Okay, I need him to be in... But I can't be in the potato if I'm in the spray. Well, a sentence. Up. Please. Go. Fuck, seriously? Oh yeah, because I need to... Okay, up. Okay, I need really to be on the timing so the sweet potato arrives on the spray. Okay. It's about precision. It's about precision. Okay, up. You need to move. Then I go in the sweet potato. Perfect. Then Missile, you need to move here. I need to move there. Missile needs to move in the potato. Thank you. And then I need to spray higher. And then up, up. This goes as this. And then this goes here. Perfect. Ah, fucking hell.
Oh look, the lamppost is bending.
But it hasn't broken yet.
It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. I just might hold out for a little while longer.
If I recall, the Temsec fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down.
But if Minnow sits firmly in it this way,
Then the fate should change. Trick time. 2. Well, let's see. 1. Let's go. Let's see. There, how's that?
Look, the fragment's course. It changed a little.
now Yomiel's fate should really change.
Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path? No. Who is it going to touch? It's in his leg. He'll be fine. Detective Judd! The Temsec fragment shot through his leg.
What?
But the cruel twist of fate weren't over yet.
Come on, put it down.
Huh?
Jod, put the gun down now. If you don't, I'm going to shoot him.
I don't know if this is his detective training or what, but even through the shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver.
Put the gun down. No. Knew it. This is my future, my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands.
I won't let that happen.
Misao! The bullet stopped in midair.
I'm here, inside the bullet. Now let's swap it with something.
What? With what?
Sweet potato! What's the sweet potato is the answer to everything. Detective Judd, the meteorite fragment and made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove the murder isn't the detective's fruit. We have to prove that murder isn't the detective's true fate. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as a bullet around here. Oh, well. Oh no. We stopped the bullet. But still, we couldn't have saved him. That's not true. My fate is getting pierced through the back. Might not have changed. But I'm still alive! Sorry, it's so funny to me.
What?
I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed. But still, this fate is just too painful to watch in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we're overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning.
Look out! Wake up! You gotta get out of here!
Missile?
Damn it, my leg won't work.
It's all over. We're out of time. Miss Lin!
It's not over yet.
But there isn't anything else to swap with.
Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. And then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain, like a scar on a psyche. I won't let that happen, not if I can help it.
But what can we do now? Even if we work together?
I think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Cecil and I do?
Don't forget, I'm here too. With the 3 kind of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle gets the fate of death. Yomyo! Cecil, your power is manipulating objects. Use your powers to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get... Oh yeah, it's going to shoot this and then I can... Okay. Just trust me, let's go. Alright, I try to move it here. To move there. Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you only have a split second. Now, do it. Got it. Here we go. Now it's your turn, Missile.
Me? But what can I do?
Think you know... I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them. The hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But even if we swap them, it's still me right above Miss Lynn.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. It's no use. We can't stop that horrible minnow.
What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped.
Oh, it helped alright. These few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn? Him. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Whee!
Ye gods. Ah, you're awake.
Hey, mister, is your knee okay?
Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt.
You saved me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But... What's that?
It is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave.
A detective's badge? Thanks.
Okay, you know what to do, little detective? Are you alive?
Yeah, sadly.
Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if something else was controlling me.
I see.
But you know, I'm glad it happened.
Hey, mister. I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kind of limp. Is it okay?
I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten?
Well, It looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years. You are my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend.
We were a kitty the whole time.
I think I finally remember. I know. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Hold it.
Eek.
Somebody, please look at me.
Oh, kitten, shoo, you might get hurt.
Somebody, please reach out a hand out to me. I had just only died at the time. I had lost everything, my life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten, with no recollection of who I was. I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. These 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away.
The Black Cat.
I was possessing Cecil then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all.
So you borrowed the body of your old friend.
Cecil was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in the country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible.
What was that?
Cecil there inside the bag was dead.
What?
I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything. Also, I thought.
But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Cecil inside that bag.
Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Temsic radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I think I understand now. And since the bag and Cecil's body were next to each other, it looks like we were coming out of the Cecil body when we were coming out of the bag. Why I was the only one who... Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back? It was because I thought the corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kind of things from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean... I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of the dead. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you were here 10 years in the past now. But you're here 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you.
In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Cecil's fate. And I can just bet you the fate of the woman you loved has changed too.
Yes, I believe you're right. So, this was the last fate to be averted, eh?
So, Yumiya, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in a failure.
Yes, and I'm glad too. I think I can understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born.
Right, we should get back to our new present.
can't wait to see Missy and Miss Camilla again.
So these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here still remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime.
That's the way this Game of the Dead works, eh?
And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that, either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Cecil. Yes. When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So before that happens, I just want to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yomiel? Thank you, Cecil. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yomiel.
Cecil, are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand if we weren't.
Don't worry, Misal. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. I mean, if Detective Jod took Cecil in, since Miss Sal is Camilla's dog, logically they live together. If they still adopt missiles, that is. We just have to wait until then.
Cecil, I'll never forget you.
I never forget you either, valiant little doggy.
Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat.
Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Judd. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now, we're each going back to our own new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our path would all cross again. Wait! Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. Before I cease to exist.
Before I cease to exist?
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it is I, Ray. In case you have forgotten again.
Thanks to you, everything has turned out how I hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Cecil. Thank you. But don't forget, it was only a journey to find my own lost memory.
Yes, I know that. I know all about you.
Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know. Who exactly are you?
Fair enough.
I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fates of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. A story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hanging place and left. And in the process, 2 little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paws towards his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that, the powers of the dead, but how? He didn't really understand it himself, not yet anyway. But, with all that you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the powers to stop objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there was still anything he could do. Wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken this 10 years to be retold. That was you, huh? That's right. Old Missile just... Oops, I put the dog's top palm in my game twice. Chuta me probably. He just can't help it. He has to put Missile in every game he does. He just... Depending on the game, he's more or less of a Pomeranian, because he's a Shiba Inu in Ace Attorney. But yeah. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own. She decided to wait these 10 years out. Exactly. And then at last... that fateful night rolled around again. Replaying the game knowing that Ray is old Missile really fucking breaks you. I swear to God. By this time, I had grown old and my powers were weak. Missile the aerial palm isn't after the fictional Shibe. It was his daughter's way of getting him to let her... Oh, to really let her keep the dog. I didn't know if it was the other way around. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cool. I didn't know that. That's a smart daughter. That's a smart kid. So I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second. You were able to manipulate the desk lamp. Over the course of the long years, my power changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching The Man in Red, I found out that there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do. Like travel through telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's very important power. especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night, the first time around. We what? We met before? From listening to the conversations of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at that junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost world path to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. I made my first 10 on end, I can tell you. That was me. So I was shot on that night the first time around as well. Whee! You had lost your memory that time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared. Away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing that you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to Yomiel. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you on the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all over. Then you mean that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that, completely made up. Little naughty of me, I know. I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. This past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile. So you waited and waited these 10 long years. All for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh? Of course. Because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Cecil. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in this town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Waiting to see if it changes.
Hehe. Were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee, it worked! But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made a surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again.
That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right?
Really? Thank you, Detective Judd. Dad, you're home.
Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today.
Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Lynn, congratulations on becoming a detective. Is something wrong? You have one of his badges too?
This, yeah.
I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. But yours look a lot older than mine though.
Haha, how long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn?
What's wrong with it? To me, this is a symbol of a real detective.
It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day?
When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow.
Destiny, eh?
And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where the destiny will lead me.
That you will. That you will.
Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're the same little kitten.
That's right, the very one.
You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yup, he never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Cecil. Cecil. Huh. It seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Cecil likes you, Lynn. Oh, the mom. Alright, everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom.
Aww. Good baby.
I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too. And so we meet again, Cecil.
From just a single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their worlds, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch up the strange and beautiful patterns as they unfold. And it looks like I have plenty to watch here from quite a while. Here we go, we're done with the game. Oh, Miss Alice's Cabanella! Of course. Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn! Oh, and... like I said, this isn't my birthday. Still on the gifts. Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together, with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. Of course, he's the one having pasta. Aww. Oh yes, the Missile was Lynn's dog. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. But also Camilla's because they live together. Oh, he's dancing like the other guys. Like Cabanella. There! How do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I could just be like the great detective, just like Inspector Cabella. What kind of example is the inspector providing for his men? Oops, used our 9 lives on others and Lynn's frequent dire miles underflowed things and made us immortal. Let's go! Immortal Kitty. Ugh, please wear your shoes, man.
Here's your food, gentlemen.
Membry, what are you doing here?
I heard you were gonna picking a new number for the special investigation unit today.
So we took a part-time from here again, just so you could eavesdrop?
Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals. Pew, pew, pew.
La la la, I've never cooked this way before, so exotic, so exciting. Turmeric, coriander, cumin and fenugreek carry the chicken paradise, la la la.
Is it really necessary, this new curried chicken menu item?
But our very best customer requested it, and now good luck with the taste testing.
Oh boy, I didn't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is his very best customer anyway?
Of course. God. Really keeping the tradition from Ace Attorney of we are going to make automatic dialogue that will be very quick, and so you really have to just read to keep it in. It's kind of worse with Ace Attorney. I feel like the dialogues are a bit quicker in Ace Attorney. Ugh.
Are you sure we really need all these explosives?
Not to worry, beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said.
Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams.
Happy.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-da-dum. So this is where you work, huh, Papa?
That's right, sweetheart.
Darling husband, don't you have any idea of all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories in the indiscretions of a minister, perhaps.
Now, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel?
Here is the stodgy mind of my darling husband.
Ugh.
Pew, pew.
At least it's just characters in Ace Attorney, so I cannot remember what the voices are.
This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, these grapes are quite good, my man.
So you know I is about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Before one, sir.
Guard! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a cause of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now.
Love, peace and pigeons, lovely, long live rock and roll. Aw, cute. Having time with his friends.
Stops the park from charging admissions. Protects the right of those who live here.
Great, amazing. Great duo. I'm sure there's ship art of those two somewhere. Ba-da.
Today's the day, you know, he's finally getting out. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that.
Then let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it dance away the pain.
Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week?
You got it.
Of course he started painting.
Ten long years, Yomiel, your time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside.
Can we see the painting?
Thank you, Cecil. No, we can't.
Ah.
Bam, bam. Ah, here we go. That's such a pretty painting. Ah, family portrait. Yes, let's go. I love that they put Cabanella and not the wife. So, like, just the wife? No, Cabanella, yes. Here we go. Yippee. God, I love that game so much, honestly. The story's so good. It's kind of teased that we might get a second Ghost Trick game. I kind of hope we don't, because I like how... I have a thing with, like, works that are, like, it's one thing. It's, like, one season, one movie, one whatever, one book. And it's, like, really self-sufficient. And I feel like a lot of times, sadly, when they make a second season, a second show, a second whatever, it makes it worse. Not always. Sometimes it's, like, makes it better and then whatever, but... and it needs like the 3 seasons, the 5 seasons, the 4 books, whatever. But a lot of the time, it was like self-sufficient, and then they make more because it's popular, and I think it's a shame. I mean, it's been long enough that if they are making a new Ghost Trick game, I'm sure it'll be good. It's not like Ghost Trick was really popular, so then they decided to make a new one. It's like a bit more than that. But if they do make... Yeah, I was going to say that. If they do make a new Ghost Trick game, it has to be, for me, like a full new cast. Just like similar dynamics, similar stuff. Like you are a ghost and you can change stuff, whatever. But it has to be like an entirely new story, new characters, new cast. Maybe like we get a glimpse here and there of like our old characters, but they can't be like main part of the stories. Have to be it would have to be an almost entirely separate story, exactly. If not, like, it would, I just, Ghost Trick is just such a gem of like a one game thing that I don't want them to, you know, tarnish it. But also, I'm also the guy who is a huge ass Ace Attorney fan and loves every single Ace Attorney game, so and I'm begging Capcom to make more. And it's the same guys that does Ace Attorney and Ghost Trick, so, you know, I also trust him to make follow-up games. Ghost Advisor. Because obviously, Shu Takumi knows what the fuck he's doing. Here we go. Okay, end game. Yes. Up. I'll have to redo a few things that I have only 76% of achievements. Yeah, the ones I don't have is just the ones I haven't done. Oh. some of them are like nail it on the second try, or yeah, some of them are like you need no deaths and I've done one death so I need to redo it, that kind of thing. Whatever. That'll be another day. Thankfully it's like a chapter thing, so you can easily go through the game. Funnily enough, the music right now is easy. Let's go. What I wanted to do, since we finished early, we still have around an hour. Let's see. This is what I want. Yes, please. I want to do it like this. Here we go. Up. Can I find a ghost trick tier list for the characters? But yeah, I feel like honestly, like, just the one main I think issue with ghost trick, like the one thing I could really like say is negative, is the fact that you can't skip over dialogues and stuff once you've already read them, which is a bit annoying. But I also take in part the fact that it's like an old DS game now, so I get why also it was made like this. I wish it wasn't. Would have been nice. But is it this one? Unsure. I don't know if that's the right thing. Wait. Up. I know what else it could be. Ah, it's that one. Yeah, so it's not that. It's not what I want. Okay. Up. Where is my thing? This? No, because the game's not. Okay, maybe. Ah, here we go. It was just, it didn't want to appear for some reason. Up. Oh no. Since I have the green stuff, it's like up. There we go. Give me a second. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing, that's why. Up. Here we go. Up. Here we go. Okay. S. Goats. A. I don't even think I have a character I would put in D. I don't have a character I hate in this game. Up. C is going to be like, cool that you're here, I guess. B is going to be des booze, les boo, without the heart, and this is going to be a happy face. Okay, I might have too many categories for this because okay. Well, the mom, we don't really see her that much. We literally just see her in the after, and we know, like, because she's mostly like, yeah, she died. So I don't really have a take on the mom, to be perfectly honest. The kid, I don't really care for her. She's just kind of like a pampered little princess kid, but she doesn't have like bad intention, or she's just kind of like slightly annoying, but also funky. Like I know that like if we saw her more, I'd probably like grow to like her, that kind of energy. So you go here. The guard that dances is very funky. I like him. You go here, and you go there because yeah. Her I do quite like. I do quite like her. She's quite fun, I think, as a character. She's very cool. She's one of those that like she keeps her mystery from start to finish. She's one of the few things in Ghost Trick that we don't really get to know what's that about. Honestly, all the stuff that we don't really know what that's about is all of the stuff that go with the foreign country. Like, we don't really know anything about them. We don't really know why they want to eradicate everything that has to do with Temzek. We don't really know, for example, why she can sense Sissel during the entire game. So I think she's quite cool. I do really like her. She's very badass. Him, that's just... I'm happy they put an Ace Attorney looking character in there. Thank you, Phoenix, but I don't really care about you. Kamenela's like the closest probably to a character I don't really like in the game. He's very fun, and I understand why the fandom loves him deeply. He has sides of him that I have more issues with, like the fact that he's kind of like, I'm not explaining, I'm doing my thing, and then I'll do something with my intentions and me knowing why I'm doing it being good. Like, it's like, I understand why what I'm doing makes sense and why it like works, but I'm not going to tell anyone until it's too late. And then I'll be like, well, I did it for this reason and you can't understand it. And that pisses me off. I don't like that. That being said, he's still a very cool character. It's still very good, but he'll only go into the happy phase, not higher. I don't care about the chef, let's be honest. He's here because he's a funny gimmick, but he's not really anything. Same with him, like, he's here to be a funny gimmick. I overall don't care about the curry guy. He's trying to escape. He's doing his life. Good for him, I guess. Him I do kind of like him, but not that much. He's like on the verge of being problematic. Which, having played Ace Attorney, I know what kind of character he could have turned into. So I'm very happy he's not a Larry, Biss, or one of the incel characters we have in Ace Attorney. And I'm very glad as well that we don't really... I don't think we have incel core characters in the Greatest Attorney. I think they kind of stopped making them after a certain... After like Ace Attorney 4 probably, they stopped making the incels. And I'm very happy about that. So he's going to be like happy over Cabanella, but under him. Because he's funky. Because he's just a lover boy. He's like on the verge of not being anymore, but he's just kind of like happy to be there. He knows exactly what he wants, and he knows exactly where he is, and he doesn't want to be moved from his position. Then we have him. He goes with his friend, like they're kind of similar. I liked him a bit more because he had a bit more personality, I feel like, but yeah. She's fun. The smut author, she's fun. She's writing dark romance. She's having a great day. She's not actually. She's not having a great day. She's in a divorce instance. But she's like, I like the fact that she's very determined. Like, she knows she doesn't want her husband to do the death penalty thing. She knows he's doing bullshit, and she calls him out on him, and she's like, I'm not going to let you do bullshit. I don't care that I have to live in like this apartment with rats over it. As long as you're doing bullshit, I'm not going with you and I'm taking the kid. And honestly, she's great for that. She's going to the top of the happy thing. She's not enough that she's a baboo, but she's top. The bartender, we see him in one scene. He seems fun, but like, yeah, you go there. Thank you for being here. Him, he's very funny, honestly. I do like the Temzek Park fighter. He's a bit too zealous at times. He's a bit too like, but he's very funky. I like that he's passionate about keeping the nature chill. I like that he's friend with the guitarist here, him. Afterwards, like, he loves the music. Like, he's a vibe. Honestly, he's a vibe. I think he goes a little bit over Cabanella. He goes over him as well, I think. Him. That's the sniper from the start. That's the killer from the start. This is the first guy. We don't know much of him except him being mean to Lynn and killing her. He doesn't do much more because we make sure he doesn't do much more afterwards. So I don't have as much on him that I do on the other sniper that we see a bit more. So he's going to just go into cool that you're here, I think. Here. Well, Jod goes into Beboo's, that's for sure. Love Jod. Amazing character. He's a sweetie. Love him. The Justice Minister. The Justice Minister, I do kind of like him. He's very funky as well. I'm going to say he's very funky. They're very funky about every single character in this game because I don't think there's a single character in this game that's not funky. Except maybe her. But apart from that, they're all very much like high-strung. So, but I do like him. I like that he realized he made a mistake. I like that he's wanting to correct that mistake, and that at the end of the day, he was like, okay, I fucked up. It's on me to salvage this, and he does salvage it as much as he can, and he makes stuff right for him. I like that he's caring so much about his wife and kid. Clearly, like, I understand the moral dilemma that he was in. So I do like him quite a bit. So I think he'll go in Beboo. He'll go at the bottom of this Beboo tier, I think. Well, Camilla's a sweetie. Camilla's a cutie. She doesn't go into top Beboo's, but she definitely goes into the second Beboo tier. Because she's amazing. She's a great kid. The pigeon, I don't care. The more I'm growing, the more I like birds, and this bird was particularly a great bird. He was such a sweetie. He helped us, and the French guy, not French guy, he's a scientist. I made him French, but he's not French from the game. The scientist, like, I love that he's like, yeah, I'm going to carry the thing up for us. He's a cutie. I love him. Lynn, I do like Lynn, but I like her less than other similar kind of characters from Shutakumi. Like, I like her less than Maya Fey. I like her less than Trucy Wright. I like her less than Susato. She's more on the verge of Athena Sykes for me. Like, character-wise, she's more akin to an Athena. And Athena is not my favorite character in Ace Attorney. I like Athena a lot, but she's not, like, within that kind of characters in Ace Attorney, she's not my favorite. And we get to see Lynn a lot less than like, for example, Athena in Ace Attorney. And Athena we have a lot more, obviously, because, you know, the game's a lot longer. It's a lot more story driven in a specific way that makes us get more. And we see if, like, Athena has 3 games that she's in, so obviously 3 all games that are all much longer than just Ghost Trick. So, like, I'm not saying whatever. Oops, sorry. But yes, I like Lynn, but I don't love Lynn. Also, there's a few stuff that I'm like, I'm sorry for you that you have to grow up in the police force where everyone is like being like, I like Lynn so much, she's so pretty. Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm begging you, shut the fuck up. But yeah, I'll put her at the bottom of this tier, I think. Like, she's still quite cool, but yeah, she's not my favorite. Him, I mean, we don't see him that much, to be very honest. He's a fun gimmick, but same, like, we don't see him that much. I think I'll put him behind Cabanella. She was a bit annoying, honestly. She was slightly annoying. I get her thing, but I don't like the few dialogues that we have with her. I was like, a bit. So I think she goes there. Missile, of course, he's Beboo. Missile is fully Beboo. Missile is amazing. If you don't like Missile, I don't trust you, and I think there's something wrong with you. I don't know what it is, but I worry. The fake doctor. I don't care about you. We see you in 2 scenes. You go here, I guess, because he is slightly more complex than the other characters in that list. I mean, except for her, I guess, but I don't like her, so that's different. Because he does have that, like, double agent, but then still helps kind of thing. Oh, but he's crooked, though. Here we go. He's funky. He's a bit of a bully. Let's be honest. He's a bully. You're a bit high. You should be in cool that you're here, I guess. No, because he... Yeah, you go here. Okay. I think you'll go here. Yeah, that makes sense. They're together that way. Him, I do like him. He's a bit like... But also, honestly, I think parts of why I wasn't like the most on board with his personality is maybe the way I voiced it. So that's not the character's fault, it's my own fault. Because I made him very like annoyed at everyone, but I don't know if he was supposed to be written like that. I think it might just be me. I think I just made him like this. But I love that he loves animals. He's a great scientist. He's doing great things. I'll put him here. Maybe over the guards. No, here he's good. Well, that's just missile. That's old missile. Of course he goes in Bebu. But like, yeah, they're interchangeable. So it's the same character. Him. I did like him, weirdly enough. We don't see him a lot, but I don't know why. I just like his vibe. His energy is good. I think he goes to the top of this one. I did like him too. He's very funky. I love the design. I love that he's doing music. I love that he doesn't seem to care much. I love that he plays for the birds. He's doing great. You go with your boyfriend. No, I do like you more than him. Well, obviously, bonus points for being a cat. I'm a cat person, so it helps. But yeah, amazing character. Love him, start to finish. Honestly, love Sissel. Him, he's very funky. He's very funky. Why did I put his guard? Him, here. I think he'll go to... Oops, sorry, up. I think he'll go here. He's very funky. I did like voicing him. He's very fun. I wish we knew more about their country, though. I wish we knew more about all that. But also, I love that we don't. On one hand, I'm a sucker for absolutely knowing everything about the universe. On the other hand, I also love when a story doesn't try to over-explain itself. And it's like, we're getting... Ghibli movies do that a lot. Miyazaki movies do that a lot, which I love about them. And which pisses me off when people are like, this wasn't explained. It wasn't meant to be explained. Yeah. Which is, they will show you a pocket. What you'll get is this pocket. You get this span of time of these people through this time. The rest of the world, you will not get to know. This is the story. This pocket is the story. There's so much around the pocket that you will never get to know because this is the pocket. And it's so interesting, and I love it so much when you have a complex world that clearly is very well thought through, but as a player or as a viewer, you don't get to see the complexity of all of it, but you get to understand that it is complex. I think it's very smart and well done storytelling. A great example, for example, with Howl's Moving Castle is the war. We get to know the war, how it affects Sophie and Howl, and how it affects the castle and how it affects us, specifically Sophie, but we don't get to know like the grand scope of the war. We don't get to know everything that's been happening with the war. We don't get to know exactly which countries are in the war. If you know a bit about the movie, you know that in real life it's the Vietnam War, I believe. But yeah, like there's a lot. Same, we get to meet so many different towns. You don't get to see the scope entirely of the town. The town that we start in, that like Sophie's sisters, like we don't really know the deal with the entire thing with Sophie's family. We know there's something weird. We know there's like, we can guess a little bit how Sophie's upbringing was, but we don't get like a 12-minute flashback of like her childhood, for example. We don't get that. We only get to see the consequences of what happened in her life up to this point that made her the way she is. And I think that's great storytelling, and I love that kind of storytelling. And I think Ghost Trick does it very smartly with the other country and the submarine and them wanting to get Temsik. We don't really know what's happening there, but we know the intentions, and we know that something has to happen to this point for them to go there. I hope I was clear. The other sniper, I like him more than his friend because we see him a bit more and he's very funky. And I like that he's like, I can't see shit. Like, it makes me laugh. I'll put you at the bottom of happy. And then, of course, fuck, I forgot his name. Because he has such a specific name. Well, it's fine. Him. Other Sissel. Sorry, I'm very bad with names. So like, if I haven't like seen or heard the name like 4 or 5, Yumzik, something like that. You also go in Bibus, honestly. Now the question is, do I like him more than Jod? I do kind of like him a bit more than Jod, I think. Yumiel, thank you, Yumiel. Yes, I think I like him a little more than Jod. It's like on the line. I think it's because Jod, as cool as he is and as amazing as he is, he's a bit too perfect. Like, yes, he made a mistake, but he's like, you know what I mean. Like, he's he's a very Superman-like character in the idea that we have in conscious of Superman. Because Superman is a flawed character, obviously, but you know. Whereas I like that Yomiel is very. I think I like how much redemption we have in this game. Like, how many characters are like, I fucked up, I'm aware that I fucked up, and I want to do better. I want to make sure that in the future I don't fuck up like this again, or that I make life better for everyone else. And I like also how much it puts, especially in the end, it like pushes on the fact that they're like, even if we manage to fix my wrongs, that doesn't mean I didn't do wrong, and I want to still redeem myself by making sure that like I better myself, and I will have to live with the burden of me doing this for my entire life. I do really like how much it pushes on this. Like, yeah, even though they do put prison as kind of like a solution to this, which isn't ideal, but you know, 10 years in prison painting, I think, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it's good that they put it kind of like this. Okay. And I do enjoy very much the fact that at the end, Yomiol isn't dead. And he manages to also get his happy ending. I'm very happy for him that he gets that. And it's not like, oh, well, you've been a villain this whole time, you'll die. Because they try to kill him so much, and he keeps doing like, I'll be fine if I die. Like, it's okay. I'm just happy that I'm not stuck in this anymore. And I'm happy that I can help you, and I'm happy that I can redeem myself in a way. And at the end, he's like, well, I didn't die, I guess. So yeah, I think that's a good tier list. That would be my tier list. I'll post it on the Discord later. I'll have to remember. I'll save it so I can remember. Wait, up. Download. Thank you. Here we go, and I'll put it on the Discord. Up. Here we go. Home. Oh, why did I put it? Oh, is it in this? Is it this one? No. Looking at the date, it was on this one. Ah, this one here. There we go. Ghost trick. Characters. Tier list. I always forget that I have my own emoticons on here. Here we go. Up. Here we go. Okay. So. Here we are. So, next time. Next Saturday. We'll start. Yeah, I have promised it, so we will start. Fuck, brain. I can do it. I can remember the name of the game. I have it in here somewhere. What's that? Outer Wilds. Here we go. I have remembered. What's that? Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds. I haven't played it before. I have seen a little bit of a Let's Play. But I don't remember. I watched it like passively. I was doing something else. So I don't know I know there's a thing, but I don't know what the thing is. If that makes sense. Like, I am aware that, like, if you know the game, you can finish the game in, like, 12 seconds or something. But I don't know about that. I know that, like, I know what the game looks like, which is good because I didn't think that was what the game was going to look like, and so I won't be disappointed when I open the game. The game is very pretty, but because of the visual of the header of the game and like what I had seen visually of like advertisement of the game, I thought it was like a 2D, very prettily illustrated game. It's not, it's 3D. And I am a sucker for 2D, so anytime there's pretty 2D and I get in front and there's actually 3D, I get disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm an illustrator, so... But yes, I know that the spaceship is hard to kind of control at first, so I know to look out for that it'll get better the more I do it. And that's about what I know. I know a few things, like I remember a few things, but I don't really know them, if that makes sense. Like I'm more aware of it. So yeah, it will be next Saturday. We'll start Outer Wilds. And hopefully I like it. I am worried that I won't like it as much as everyone, which is what happened with Obra Dinn for me. But we shall see. We shall see. And sadly for today, I will finish stream a bit early because I'm not going to start Outer Wilds now. That would be a weird 30 minutes or something. Like I'm not doing that. So I'll just stop stream a bit early today. I did think it would take the entire 3-hour slot, sorry. But that's fine. Happens. Up. Ugh. I was like, oh yeah, since the last 2 chapters that we did last week took like the time. But no, sadly. This one was... The ending wasn't that long. But yes, okay. So, tomorrow co-working and then next week... Same as this week, so off on Monday and Thursday, art on Tuesday and Friday, Wednesday, The Room. We're continuing The Room 2, finishing it and starting The Room 3. And so, Outer Wilds on Saturday, and Sunday co-working. That will be the plan. I will go now. Thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you tomorrow for co-working. Bye-bye!